Later that day at the southern border.
Yeah, no. You had to drain blood out of his lungs because he had like severe pneumothorax. And so he got better at that. He recovered. You see, Lucretia actually had some like surprising skill with that.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, basically, like, called her over, basically, like, okay, nurse Lucretia. Regalia just, like, going back to, like, all of the times that all of her, like, friends were, like, brutally injured, and the medic in that team was like, alright, this is what we gotta do here.
Yeah.
Just trying to remember all of the shit.
Yeah, a lot of your time is spent trying to hook up Darlene into sort of like a jerry-rigged long-range transceiver.
I'm gonna let the tech people handle that. I'm not.
Right.
This is a weird question, but it matters to Regalia, of course. Does Layla sort of like ease up the bitchiness given the severity of the situation?
Yeah, no, it pretty much disappears the moment you're in combat.
That makes Regalia feel so much better. It's like, okay, I don't need you to like me, but I want you to be like, you know, a competent member of the team.
Yeah, she's actually one of the more competent people once everything sort of went to shit.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to know what she's doing. This seems to be a little more familiar.
It's funny. Regalia muses. She reminds her a lot of Pietra, actually.
Yeah.
I've heard
May
that
she
name
rest
before.
in peace.
I've heard the name before?
She was the sniper on the team of 5 kids. The team of 5 kids that went out.
Sometimes I forget child soldiers.
Current.
Yeah.
Current was.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I like to think the same incident that knocked off Mary's limbs was where she also died. They were like in a tower together or something.
Yeah, they were in basically a sniper nest and were just hit with a mortar shell, and Mary was thrown right out of it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's why she has an arm and a leg.
Right.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time basically just trying to survive the climates.
This is weirdly familiar.
Reminiscent. It's actually
the gang.
Mary. It is also very reminiscent to you. This is pretty much exactly what happened. You got stranded in the mountains and had to survive for yourself.
I am not conscious.
You are you were stabilized.
No, I'm not. Fuck you, God.
Okay, Mary sleeps. Okay,
I-
God just peers out. Okay, sure, I guess. Okay.
You can't tell me I'm not sleeping.
Mary obtains
Motherfucker,
insomnia.
I try to roleplay and the other guy is just like, no, you're not. Thanks.
What? No, I'm trying to bring you into it.
Mary is sleeping. No, you're not. What the fuck?
That's not roleplaying. That's sleeping.
Also, fuck you. He said you weren't sleeping, and then you said you were.
I am sleeping.
You literally did the reverse of what you accused
You just
of.
contradicted me.
I am sleeping, actually.
Okay,
Thanks.
Mary's sleeping, I guess.
What are you sleeping about, Mary? Come on.
It's none of your damn business.
Oh my god. No more roleplay from Mary?
But yeah, no, you're pretty much just camping now. Zion pretty much hadn't left
Sorry.
Hound's side. Raya isn't doing so well.
Yeah.
Tree sad.
Oh yeah, Hound X Raya.
Well, just sort
Hound
of.
is like a 50-year-old man. What is your...
Hound is also married to Zion.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops, I messed
Raya
up.
is
Hound
like-
and Zion.
Raya
Whoops.
is like 20.
Yeah, Raya isn't doing so well. You actually come to know she was sort of brought up in sort of the gun running trade, but she is one of the only people on the ship that didn't have kind of active combat experience. So this is pretty much her first foray.
Oh no.
What do you mean?
Well,
If she
at
was-
least
she
bad
was one of the
time.
kids that like grew up with...
At least
She was
she's
a gun
doing bad, like, emotionally, and not
There
what
was
I
no
thought you were
combat.
implying, which is she was hit by a
Oh
zombie.
yeah, she's completely fine, and that you see that's kind of bugging her. Is that like she could have rolled down that mountain and she would have survived.
True.
Yeah, Hound is supine.
What do you mean roll down that mountain and survived?
She's a
She's
tree.
tree folk. They basically, if she balled up, she would have taken very little harm. They're extremely
Damn.
dense creatures.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. I forgot that. I thought that was. I forgot. Yeah.
They can lose like 90% of their outer layer and just regrow it eventually.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they're just dense. But yeah, you just sort of
Where did
spend
she
a couple
grow
nights.
from?
I can answer that if you had a character to ask, but anyway.
Fuck!
Yeah, Darlene has spent pretty much the entire time just sending signals out, and you don't really get anything back. And then you hear... Raya just... Oh shit, that's a ping!
Alright. Guns ready, everyone. We don't know who this could be.
Yeah, she walks up and starts conversing with Darlene. Okay, I think this is a misping, guys. It's reading as Imperial transport, so they wouldn't be this far south. Could be a misping or like an ID failure.
We don't know that. The vessel that attacked us was a Pegasus. That's Imperial.
You know, that's... Well, do you anybody who still have scopes on you?
Raises hand, goes outside.
Yeah.
Not outside, but you know,
she points sort of towards the horizon.
I show perception. I wish I had a stat for this. I realized.
Probably add that with your int.
Yeah, I don't have int. 11.
It's an 11.
I'm a dumb bitch.
You sort of focus out. You don't really see anything for a bit, but eventually you do actually see there's a dot that is growing closer on the horizon. It's at cruising height.
Now, what Darlene's doing, is it basically scanning, or is it like, hey, help us, this is a distress signal?
Basically trying to detect, like, hey, is there anything active out there?
Alright, well, there is a ship inbound. I say we hail them either way. Like, worst comes to worst, we can try and hijack it.
Raya, like, I don't know what that means, actually.
I also do not. Does anyone here speak?
What about Darlene can't translate that?
Hold on, let me just... Could we... I don't know what's going on. This is just a bunch of numbers.
Coordinates, maybe?
It's just a string of numbers in a repeating fashion. Layla, do you know anything about this?
Is it cool?
Layla has been sort of on top of the outcropping the whole time, looking through a spyglass. Did you say numbers?
Yeah, like would I recognize the numbers? Or like that sort of, that kind of sequence?
Sit down in the... That's a hailing frequency.
Alright, well, so they've seen us.
Cutting far away and up into the sky. Spitfire, you have been recently redirected. Bulldog Court is at the ready. Your standard Foxclaw is mounting and rearming their steeds. You are in the belly of the Falcon. 550 Seraph. And you've just recently gotten a ping back from a friendly vehicle. So one of these scribes has just sort of like walked up and handed you that.
Ping from a friendly vehicle. Is this?
Yeah, it's like 5 miles out south.
Where?
Which is weird. Just like on the border. Just a single friendly vehicle ping.
What do I know about current troop formations?
You are pretty much entirely, so you're coming from the north going south. You're entirely like northwest, like flanking down. Mm-hmm. So something shouldn't be down there already.
No, we're in terms of we're in terms of local, like, I am one unit. Yeah. Where are our other units?
You're being flanked. I'm
trying to see where the front line is.
Your other flight guardian is off to your like east wing. You are being scheduled. Your flight path is southwards, so it's pretty much in the way. Mm-hmm. But you know it'd be weird for something to be out that far. It shouldn't be at the border already.
Well, it looks like we're actually getting some friendly pings down there. It should not be friendly, so I'd like for everyone to be well armed.
Hey.
And keeping an eye out.
So everyone, just to announce the flight divergence, we are being redirected again.
What does that mean?
You see the cabin light flash on.
What does that mean?
Paging Judge Beck. Paging Judge Beck. Could you get your ragged ass up to the cabin, please?
Acknowledged.
Thank you.
Hailing my ragged ass.
You make your way up. Yeah, you open it up. The flight crew is in there. The Baron is there along with his 2 architects. Zero, as you call him, and the story behind that, he is in possession. This Falcon, 550 or 550 is the first of the new line production Falcons. So, and he's the first pilot to get on them. So he's Baron Zero. This is Seraph. You see him sitting at his spot, just kneeling on the ground, interfacing. So you saw the report too, I suspect.
Give me 1 second here. I remember seeing that there should not be a ping down there.
Yes, it is 15 miles out of rotation, so...
That's not us.
Not us, no. But it is in our path, so...
I'd like to figure out what it is, and why it has Imperial signatures.
I was wondering if you wanted to take a look.
I would love to take a look.
Alright.
I've been in this ship for a little longer than I'd like.
You have permission to engage, I'll swing you around.
Brings a smile to my face. Good to know.
Good riding.
Even wider. Love you, Baron. Goodbye. And I'm gonna walk out.
You're walking down, you see one of the intercoms. So, taking me around on another one of your wild-ass spins, I see. The ship, Seraph 550.
The ship?
This Falcon has been around for a long time. And yes, Seraph is talking to you.
Well, I suppose we would.
And not in the correct formation.
No. We're curious.
So, everything in the usual then.
You know us well.
Preparing drop crew.
Much appreciated.
You head out to the hangar bay. You see your standard is ready and mounted, and behind them the rest of your gun crew are ready at the drop gate. You do mount.
Oh yeah.
You
Not
walk.
bad.
You
I
walk
have the
back and.
biggest fucking grin.
Have you named your specific steed?
Agnes.
It's Agnes. Agnes or Angus?
Agnes.
Agnes.
Angus.
Angus.
Angus is so goofy.
Agnes. You mount up, and one of the scribes hands you up your. What is your specific type of flamethrower? So I had the idea for a fire lance, which is basically just a normal gun lance, but with a fuel line that you can trace up to the front and basically spray like pointed gouts of flame.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Fire lance.
Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah, we're doing that.
The scribe hands you up your fire lance as they begin. They finish affixing the fuel tanks to the back.
You said scribe. Is this just some weird pit crew mechanic on my ship?
Here's a fun thing about the imperial doctrine of the military. There are 3 branches: the infantry, the mounted cavalry, and the Claudio. The Domen Claudio are the only people allowed to actively create, interface, and pilot, as the Baron does, these mech arcanis. So the order of the Claudio is your pretty much direct supervisor as your mounted cavalryman.
Interesting.
So scribes are those who are basically mechanics, engineers, those who service the equipment. They're the only ones who are legally allowed to do that. He hands you up your weapon and the intercom light.
So we don't
turns
get the
on.
scribe shit, is what you're saying.
No.
Okay.
They are, though, technically. Like, they're basically private rank,
Yeah.
but they do their job. They're also pretty much religious zealots.
Interesting. Don't fuck with the scribes.
You don't fuck with the scribes.
Okay.
But more importantly, you don't fuck with the bishops.
Yes.
And there's one on this ship right now who has, he turns, looking over the crew, gives you thumbs up.
Well, I would say prepare for drop, but on 3.
This is your captain speaking for the flight. We'll be descending to a nice cruising altitude of 2,000 feet. We are ready to engage with a certain border. I know many of you haven't seen the fighting on this land, so be prepared. If you find yourself riding among green fields and lush, open terrain, you have already died and you may relax. But if you find yourself surrounded in the enemy's company, with nowhere to look, cast your eyes skyward, and you will see your guardian angel. The drop gate unlocks and begins to slide open.
Well, now it's 3. And then it's just gonna run out.
Your standard engages behind you, and you leap into the open air.
No, I'm gonna drop for a little farther than I should. Just a little bit.
Here's a fun thing about airdrop steeds. As your standard jumps into the air, you're still a good bit over the terrain as the falcon begins banking and letting you all out. The legs tuck in, and you just shoot towards the ground until your parachutes engage.
Interesting, okay.
And you are now visible to, you see just like a wide copse of mountain, not really anything, blue skies.
Roll credits.
You hit the ground and your parachutes disengage.
Interesting.
You don't see any activity up on the mountain.
Mm-hmm. I've seen this before, right?
Yeah, this is the southern border.
Interesting.
This is where a lot of
Which part of my troops know about the southern border and which ones don't?
a lot of your standard does.
A lot of
Some of the infantrymen too. You can see them. They are departing a bit behind you.
Okay, so does basically everyone know what to expect?
A lot of new. Some of them are newer, but a lot of your infantry and most of your standard. But
Yeah.
you can actually see you recognize parts of this terrain that were filled with machines and explosions before.
Sorry if I missed it, but how many people are being deployed with him?
So here's an exact troop count. There are 40 infantrymen and
Right here, right now?
How many ships is it? Is it all individual ships?
it's
for each
one.
person?
It's one big transport ship that has dropped off these individual paratroopers,
Okay.
and then but there are 12 steeds that are being
Christ.
airdropped.
How many people are in those?
There's one to a steed. It's basically just a mechanical horse.
Okay.
Am I sitting on
You're
top
you're
of
on
it?
top of it.
I'm
Basically,
on top of it? and I
You're
just have
locked.
this flaming lance in my right
You're
hand.
locked into it as everything locks forward. The windshield extends up and over like a motorcycle's. It's sort of like the head dips.
Okay, cool.
You're locked into it. Cutting back to the mountain.
All right. So, we got some bad news, gang. She waves everyone over. She's like, you can just see them, right?
Yeah, Layla has already started loading. Just
Do we really want to poke that bear?
Yeah, that didn't really work out well last time.
I've been doing this for my entire life.
Me too.
No, this. Like she starts laying down and
I'm just saying,
My
we're
body's
not
first.
really well defended here.
We don't necessarily know that they even want that smoke.
yeah. Raya stands up again, like raises her hand. Like, that's absolutely fair. I'm not sure we want to engage here.
Yeah, I don't I'm not even going to delve into the politics, because fuck that, especially coming from me. But can we gestures over at Hound and Mary, can we put that aside for 2 seconds until we get them into a secure location?
We don't have any food.
Yeah.
We don't have any ganja. We don't have anything useful.
You see Layla just stare death out through that scope before she packs it up and just arms crossed.
Who does Layla look like again?
Layla's the one all covered in clothes.
Short, a Dunish cloak, but a very Freeland Imperial cap.
I think she's the youngest of the
Yeah.
crew too.
Kind of short. But
Currently I'm 5 miles out from their location
no,
right now.
they flew in closer. They dropped you about a half mile out.
Oh, so they got to see
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the steeds, as proper formation would have it, the 12 steeds of your standard were dropped first.
So they got to see about 45 black beads effectively descend from the sky.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
So
there are actually 40. There are 40 infantrymen and 12 steeds.
is anyone here immediately recognizable as Freelander?
Everyone looks up to Layla.
Yeah, the whole thing is the Freelander.
No, but I mean like on them, like proof or like
She
ID.
gestures up, like Layla's.
I don't know what your deal is.
She pulls the cloak down. She does have just a large regiment tattoo.
That's not gonna help. And then she notices Hound and
Right.
Whatever Zion's
Zion.
ears. All right. Oh God, there's not really any way we can.
We could always go out to meet them.
No, that was what I was thinking, but
Well,
like,
she gestures at herself and Regalia and Mary. You two are heroes, right?
publicly, yeah, I guess.
Well, does that discounting the troubling statement you just made? That's all that matters, right?
I guess.
So she gestures out and she breaks into a jog. You do see eventually there's just like
Mary,
figures
are
walking
you
towards
good for this?
You can use me for pity points.
Yeah. Do you want to piggyback?
Oh, you know what? I would love nothing more than a piggyback. Can I roll for friendship, please?
You can roll for friendship.
Let's see if we can get better than that fucking.
I need
Negative
a better
2.
friendship.
4.
You let her
I
out
want
and
good
you
friendship.
no
Breaks
friendship.
into the
I'm
room.
trying to get it on my stats, dude.
You are riding forward,
Yeah, actually.
sort of at the.
What's my terrain look like? What's it?
It's pretty.
Am I going through Viet Cong right now, or
No,
what's going
this
on?
is up to so you're going through the mid wastes to the mountainous border. So it's pretty much just flat rock sand until you hit the mountains.
Okay, I thought you were in the green.
No, it is. That's on the other side. So you're on the midland border. You can see just terrains over this figures over this flat terrain approaching you. You're at the side, the semi head of this formation.
And just to clarify, it's the two of us and Rhea. Right now, walking out. All right. So what's our story? Because ultimately we're trying to get Zion and Hound and everyone back there back into civilization.
Right.
What's our story here?
Raya gives you a big shrug.
Hey, we were traveling over with some of our what do we call it in the business?
Friends?
Supply.
Oh, yes, we were just a supply ship that was shot down.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess.
A supply ship with a massive ass robot. God damn it.
We can hide the robot.
How do you hide it?
How? Not permanently. Like, presumably we want to bring Darlene back with us.
I don't know. We can say it's a forge mechanic.
Darlene is our supply.
But yeah, you signal for your standard just slow.
I have. So basically, you told me I'm
12?
head of 12.
Yeah, 12
steeds.
mounted units.
Am I also head of the 40 infantry?
The 40 infantry landed a bit behind you.
Okay,
So-
so are they not with me right now?
They're approaching towards you, but yeah, it's pretty much just you and your steeds.
Okay, when they say approaching towards me, is this like 30 feet or is this 300 yards?
They're about like 200 yards behind you.
200 yards.
So like,
That's crazy.
so the standard procedure is your steeds go in, they make first contact, and then the infantry comes behind.
Okay, cool. I'm basically signaling just formation left and right. Make sure someone always looking at the back.
Yeah,
And,
you
press forward. Yeah.
hand signs. The Zealous looks over. Do you wear your helmet? There is a low altitude drop and like a combat helmet. Do you wear it?
It's the combat helmet.
Yeah. So do you signal for your steeds? Do they go forward or?
I'm leading the front right now.
Yeah.
I'm basically taking because Don't I have my co-judge with me?
Yeah. Zealous looks over.
Zealous is coming with me. Well, Zealous, as co-judge, I presume you would like to be right here at my right.
She sort of like stows the gun lance down.
Good to know. And then so we're just gonna, two of us are gonna like basically the point.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the infantry is gonna get into formation, and then we're just
So now
basically washing out for ambush.
now you're in
or we're
rows?
advancing. Yes.
Yeah. There's nothing around you.
I know.
You're in a barren flat area, but yeah, you're
Fine.
approaching towards these figures. So you see the steeds all fall out of V formation into rows, just sort of ride forward towards you.
I don't have like a solid story cooked up yet. I feel like
I thought you guys were gonna do the talking.
yeah,
No, listen, Regalia, I can talk. I'm a very good talker.
I know.
Don't let Mary talk.
No,
Pull up my
I got it.
persuasion.
I got it.
can persuade I also have luck. D6.
All right, look,
She starts speaking gobbledygook.
Regalia, I'm very smart.
Why is she slowly becoming a bad Trump impression?
This is the voice that happens when Mary is panicked.
Look, all right. We will go with the transport nonsense. Just be ready to roll with whatever ends up being the story.
You are brought within hailing range.
Hailing range, hands up as to hail. My helmet is on, by the
Also,
way.
And
wave.
I want to describe. He definitely has the B-52 shark face helmet.
Yes.
Basically, just shark face for Red versus Blue.
Yeah, so reference I know.
Look it up. It's cool.
You don't know Red versus
You don't know shark face?
Bro.
Anyway, but yeah, he hails.
We're
Hey.
still advancing. How far away are we from each other?
You are 40 feet in closing.
40 feet. We're gonna come up.
If you're on fucking robot horses,
Yeah.
and closing distance, Regalia's just gonna stop and wait for you to get to her.
Yeah, we're just gonna go till 30 feet. Alright. Okay, in terms of audibility inside this helmet, do I have a speaker?
You can.
Do I...
It boosts.
Alright. Okay, in terms of us looking like Imperials, we are completely...
Explicitly.
Head to toe. Okay.
Like, you actually have a banner holder in the back.
Dead. Look me on.
Like there's one for your region and another one for your company, and they're both Imperial.
Fuck me, dude. Alright.
Hey!
I know. Hail there. Civilians should be advised that war has started and you should be seeking shelter at your local communities. You are unidentifiable. Please start identifying yourselves.
God, I mean, like, all right, hold on. Wait, I just realized something out of universe. I want to establish this. So Regalia and Mary are technically dead, right?
they wouldn't recognize us just by looking at us, would they?
Do you not remember what Regalia is?
Alright, but other than, like, she's not wearing anything identifying, is she?
No, her outfit isn't. She's
Her
just
face.
a fucking celebrity.
Yeah.
Would he know? Okay, how about...
Hold on,
Would she be in the newspaper?
real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Newspaper, are you kidding me?
No, this is like Angelina Jolie, basically.
Could
Oh,
we,
no.
like, give
Yep,
her...
there it is. It's right up. It's right up.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
That's so embarrassing.
My character would know this. Just give me 2 fucking seconds.
Could Mary give her, like, a piece of cloth to put over her face or
Alright,
something?
these are our names.
Who's
Burnett.
Burnett? Am I Burnett?
Yeah.
Okay, of course.
No, have that conversation in character right now.
Do you remember your Burnett? Just remember that, alright?
Burnett. Who decided my name would be Burnett? That's fucking stupid.
Petals did. He gave you a fake ID. Hi, I'm, looks at her hand. Lucinda Harthorn. I'm,
Can I do, like, a accidental...
Zealous looks over at you.
Can
and
I,
then
like...
back down.
Wait, before that, can I, like, do a dumb... Put my head in front of her head while she talks?
I mean,
You were not tall enough.
She's,
Yes, I am! I am not that much shorter than her.
she's really good at, like, disguising herself.
Okay.
We've established that.
Yeah.
In fact, I can roll for that if you want
You know
me
what?
to.
No, I'm just
Disguise
saying.
your
You had
face
2 days.
with my face!
Yeah. So, like, we're not recognizable. This is Burnett, and you're fine, right?
Yeah, I think.
Ryan,
Raya?
this is Raya.
Hi?
We're
My brains were like.
Why?
we're a merchant ship that kind of I guess shit the bed. I don't know. The engine stopped working and we crashed. We got more people just
Wounded.
wounded.
Wounded
Yeah,
up there.
wounded people.
Very wounded, as you can see.
Why? If I can ask, why are there Imperial forces this far into the Midlands?
Well, that's a funny little question. You shouldn't be asking someone stationed as, Imperial troops, but, well, thought you'd be so
Classified.
candid. That right there. Been a while.
All right.
Why do you have friendly signatures at your area?
trying to get rescued.
Do you think we can hitch a ride?
That's explicitly Imperial signature. It's not necessarily a call for help.
Huh?
Arlene is a deactivated war machine.
We have some interesting crew.
Good to know. Are you guys saying that you are civilians in need of rescue? Not necessarily search. Unless you have people you need to have searched.
No,
No searching.
we're on one spot. We just need a ride back to the nearest civilized area.
What do you think they are actually doing here?
Can I hear that, or is?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I don't.
As
There's
you can
more
see,
going-
I am very wounded. She
I
shows
don't
her.
know why a merchant ship would be anywhere but the main
Regalia
cities.
fucking Simba's Mary forward.
I am very wounded.
Yeah, we're kind of in a
Split
rough
second
spot
question.
here.
Does Mary have any tattoos?
No.
No, none. Like, at all? She got no military tattoos? Like,
Would we need to get military tattoos
no?
in the?
She just didn't get any?
Then no.
Okay.
When would she have the opportunity?
Yeah,
for that?
to be honest, we were enlisted as children, and also we hate both sides of the conflict.
That's fair. So, no marking.
Regalia doesn't look like Regalia, right? Okay.
Not yet.
Simba.
Zealous, I'm gonna be real honest. I forget protocol here.
I am not sure. There is a protocol for this.
Really?
We could also use some food.
That
There's
would
not,
probably explain.
there is not usually civilians in the line of combat
Well, if we're
like
gonna
this.
If we're gonna follow the line of logic here, if you are a merchant ship and you were shot down, that poses a problem.
We weren't shot down. The engine just stopped working. We're not sure why. I would investigate it, but the ship is toast. So
Interesting.
Very sad.
I will. We need to communicate to main HQ. Stay where you are. If you have any other people that we should know about, because right now there's only 3 of you.
Zealous raises a hand, and the banner holder comes on forward. They're the one with the long range transceiver.
yeah, there are a couple back posted up in a
I'd
cave.
like to know if you have any weapons.
Would Regalia have brought a weapon on her?
It would be dumb.
a gun
I have a
probably.
knife.
So she sets down a flintlock. All right, here you go. Kicks it over. Cannot kick it far enough, so it just
Yeah, it's like dusty ground. It just rolls a bit.
She inches forward and kicks it a little further.
Still not far enough.
Looks down 6 feet at the gun there. I didn't ask for it, but I suppose we should detain it. You should go back to where you were at. We would like to come with you and understand as to why there is an transient. Does this signal look like a call for help?
Stand by.
To be fair, that is explicitly what we were doing.
Were you doing that? Were you sending out a distress beacon?
I mean, okay, all right. Now that you
No,
say that, I don't know because I wasn't
No,
the one who did
would
it.
you have wanted to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have
okay.
we have a fucking injured man here. We
Yeah.
need to get him back to civilization.
And what was my ship really receiving?
It was receiving. Oh yeah, here's a down.
It was coded as Imperial, right?
Yeah, it was a down ship, but it was here's a friendly vehicle that just appeared.
I would know that a distress beacon doesn't have any friendly or enemy signatures. It would just be distress.
No, it was
beacon.
this was marked as down friendly ship. The reason it set off alarms is that it appeared. There wasn't a ping there before, and it just appeared.
Cool.
So I don't think it would be too hard to infer that they were trying to go under the
Yeah.
radar, and then suddenly they
So
weren't.
it was a distress beacon that just appeared out of nowhere.
Great.
At this point, the infantry has mostly caught up to you.
Cool. Infantry. We will be doing an investigation just due to some unauthorized civilians in the current area. If you haven't known already, there is a war going on, and so this is going to be Imperial jurisdiction from here on out.
Zealous wheels around and
There are
starts
problems,
delegating.
get your own ride. If there aren't problems, we can take your weapons, we can contact HQ, and then we might be able to set something up for you if we have the resources to spare. If you are not Imperial citizens, we may not be able to offer the same range of access for Imperial citizens that we would be able to offer non-Imperial citizens. New immigrants would have to pass through something, but I do have the leeway to offer emergency visa, as you would call it. That is up
The
to
infantry
you
has
guys.
started to march towards the mountain range.
So all right, so I'm
Hostile
the-
action
I'm
will not
the
be
fucking,
taken kindly.
I'm a fucking like princess basically. What I would know this kind of stuff. Will there be like an intrusive search? Will it be difficult to get Hound and Zion and
Considering
Layla?
who they are, it would be.
But like, would it be difficult to like hide that stuff? Are there going to be like intrusive
Yeah.
physical searches?
Do you think
Yeah,
we could just
absolutely.
throw a blanket on?
Okay, and then also,
Just
all right. So I don't know what to say about Layla. But Zion and Hound, like the clipping implies that like, all right, you've done your thing, you've served your whatever. Like, there's not, other than looking down on them.
no, that's like a hey, you have deserted.
Right.
You are no longer an Imperial citizen.
Sure. So what sort of response is that gonna get from?
Basically, they are banished.
Banished?
Okay, we can't just give them hats. We can't do
In
hats.
effect, that means like, hey, these are illegals now.
We can't put hats on them.
These are
We can't
dangerous ex-military.
Throw a blanket on
illegals.
How
Darlene
does
and call
war
her a
work?
fancy table.
Is in terms of Empire territory in reference to banishment and illegals.
They are.
Are
they
we
are.
creating new space as our line pushes forward?
They are allowed to live in the Midlands.
Okay.
They're not allowed. Basically, it's like getting your passport revoked. You're no longer allowed in the Imperial territories.
We are no longer we are not creating Imperial territories.
No.
Correct.
Apentalis is neutral ground, so they're allowed to live there.
Okay.
But yeah, they're no longer. They don't have citizenship.
So worst case scenario, they figure out who exactly they all are. What happens?
They would probably be detained for information. They'd be interrogated for a while. But like humanitarian aid, they would be given aid and
Okay.
kept alive.
If that's the worst of it, then like Regalia is just gonna like.
Can we like throw a blanket on Darlene and call her like a fancy stretcher and put
They
Hound on
absolutely know what she is.
Yeah, we.
them? No, she doesn't. What is her shape? Can she just be a box?
She's a war machine.
Can she just be a box for us?
she just
Can we put her in like a snake box?
Yeah, I was
Can
just saying,
she Autobots
can
real quick?
Can we Metal Gear a cardboard box over her?
Can we do that? Can I roll luck for
Just
Metal
12
Gear?
foot by
Let me
12
roll
foot
luck for Metal
cardboard
Gear.
box.
Yes.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the infantry has marched forward with half of your contingent, so the 6 steeds and all of your infantry have started marching towards the mountains. You are left with 6 of your steeds.
Alright. Well, if you would, we would like to evaluate the status of your ship.
Go ahead.
She gestures over to like there's like a
A fucking crater.
yeah there's just like a blackened part of the ground with like some smoke coming up from it and just
That. Alright. Can I look at the smoke? Does it look like some shitty little bonfire that they set up?
it looks like a house has collapsed and is like continuing to burn a little.
Well, at least we know that something's burning. Alright. If you would
Welcome
take us
to
back.
check.
I'm not gonna. You. No offense. We are currently a battalion against 3 people. I'm not bothering walking half a mile over to just see something burning.
Okay.
I'm offended you don't want to see our burning shipwreck.
Yeah, you walk back, sort of the detachment.
Is Regalia gonna be in any trouble if they like look at her too long?
Maybe.
She has like a mask on, doesn't she? Like
No.
a cloth thing.
I don't remember what I did.
She
dressed
rubbed
her
her
up
face in sand.
You'd have to do some really funny.
Fucking Hermione,
Hair
Just
dye
take something.
and-
Take a piece of cloth from
ugly
Layla.
face spell. What?
Take a piece of cloth from Layla and put it over Bando.
Okay, let me think. Did I
You just rub grease all over yourself.
No. What?
She wouldn't go that far.
Nickname would be Grease Monkey. I'm telling you right now.
I'm trying
Same
to
one?
remember. Did I? Because I'm thinking in my brain, and I don't remember if I said this with my face mouth. Did I give her the eye patch that Deadeye was wearing?
Oh, of
As
course.
opposed
Was
to
she
different
like she
eye?
has she been wearing that?
I'm gonna say you can retroactively say she has, because that makes sense.
It would make sense at least walking out here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, she has an eye patch on over her glass eye, which should be enough, I think.
You see one of the sort of ground soldiers, the Kenturo, as you would know him as Coyote, just sort of saunters up and like stares up at you. Just if you remember, I described Coyote as one of the infantrymen that has been. I think he's infantry 2nd grade, so Kenturo 2nd grade, so he's like one rank above private. But he's been serving for like 18 years.
I know.
They picked him up out of the desert as like a kid who had
Yeah.
been already fighting war. So Coyote just sort of saunters up and...
Coyote, what you feeling like?
You want me to be honest, this just feels like an ambush.
I know.
So...
Leans over, like, they know we're like right here, right?
He looks directly at you.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Pretty girl smile wave.
Why don't we just, grab him, throw him back at the steeds. Keep going.
See, both those things are real cute. However, we're just going to be casual and calm about this. I don't think we need to go that far. If they're packing a lot more heat than we would like, then if they want help, they can have it. If they want to fight, then they can
He
have
shrugs.
Slowly raised his hand. I will say, like, everyone back at the cave has no intent to harm you, but are very well armed.
Hostage is better than no hostage.
Just for the record, like,
You see one of the knights look down.
Do your friends care about you?
Mind your status.
that's a kind of a personal
Do your friends
question.
care about you?
It is a very personal question.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, look at your situation right now.
Jory sort of rises
My
up.
situation, she gets like a little heated. My situation is we just crashed and we need a way back to civilization.
Mind your station, Kenturo. Guy shrugs. It just sort of falls back in formation.
It's understandable, but
I understand that you're like going into enemy territory here, but we're not. We are Midland civilians. We don't want any part in this.
Ah! One of the knights that has been riding with just like looks down.
fine.
You're not.
Let's settle this. Let's look at your burning wreckage, see if we can salvage anything. Can you mind taking us to where you crashed?
Sure.
It's pretty much just like a black dot that is burning.
Is it literally?
Yeah,
There's
no, it's
nothing discernible.
It is like a twisted wreck of metal.
Fuck.
Imagine if you took like a trailer home and you dropped it off the side of a mountain,
And
then
also
it was on
filled with
fire.
fuel, Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, knowing a trailer home, I just thought a trailer would just be paper mache.
Yeah, basically.
Just
Yeah.
literally shatter, but
It was
okay,
dropped
so
down a mountain.
There's no like any possibility that might see familiar Imperial grade parts. For, like,
Not really. You see like machine parts.
Yeah, I mean, we can just get there and like,
Yeah.
like looking at it, it's not. There's.
Jory rides up to your side.
There's no real fun way to do this.
She's in Midland.
I'm really bad at profiling. That's not my. I'm really bad at it. If you're
No,
good
of
at
course.
it, you know.
Like rides around and like he points down at like a couple of the infantry guys, and then over at her.
Oh.
Not a Midland.
That's fair enough.
No, he was like aside when he said this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I didn't hear that.
No,
Oh, okay.
All right.
just a note I wanted to say.
Well, we're not stationing our weapons. There's a reason why I haven't put mine away.
Alternatively, though,
Shrugged
it's
and
just like
cantered
I
forward.
know I'm not there for that conversation, but also you interject as God in our conversation all the time, so I'm just gonna say it like, oh, super suspicious. She's an Imperial. Like,
No,
what?
no. Basically, just remarking on how she's dressed.
How was she dressed? She was wearing all casual clothing.
Yeah,
What is wrong with
not Midland civilian clothing.
I explicitly wore something to blend in
It's
with the
just-
crew that I was flying
It's
with.
just the fact that you are just three stranded people and we are like one of the
No, the
we're
circumstances
first entourage.
are suspicious. I just want to make it clear that, like, she very
Also-
explicitly dressed up to fit in
He is
with
racially profiling Regalia.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair, I guess.
Yeah.
Harbinger, come for the fantasy racism, stay for the actual racism.
But this is racism with a point.
Oh no.
Never say those words again.
I'm gonna take 30 seconds to think about this because we either walk with them and then we get jumped, and then it's just a bad situation for all of us, or we get rough, detain them, make sure they can't really fight back, and it's effectively a hostage situation that gets me a court martial when I walk back home.
Yeah,
If they actually
Can
are
we hear
that.
this?
can I percept?
wanna?
Can I
Yeah.
percept?
Yeah, you know what?
I would have shut off my.
Oh yeah, no, they can't actually talk.
Oh,
helmet.
they're internal.
They can talk
content.
helmet.
Bruh.
What I'll tell you is the infantry are just sort of like staring down at you, Mary.
The one useful thing I could have done, I can't do because I've been here.
There is one of them who's just like staring at you, like just squinting right at you.
All right, this
Can I
is
wink?
a stupid thing. Can I roll to make myself look less threatening?
Yes.
And I actually
Do a
have.
little
I
bit.
might have a
demeanor shift?
a die for this.
I have one of them. He's looking like just really confused, just like at you.
Would this apply here?
Yeah, you know what?
Charisma. Let me just and this could backfire horrifically, which would honestly be funny also. 21.
Yeah. No, none of them. No, none of the other soldiers are really bothered by you.
We are 3 unarmed women in the
A
desert.
few of them are actually like staring at Mary now. It's like they're talking. Do you want to percept? You want to just like free percept?
Like sense
Yeah.
motive.
to just like hear.
Sense
Alright,
motive.
so this is Regalia, 12. This is Mary. Christ.
Mary sees nothing.
13.
You hear the words. Is that Slaughterhouse Mary? You would recognize this as the name that was given to you through your deeds in service.
Okay, that's a little bit mean spirited.
What are we thinking here, boys?
The infantry
I'm
snaps
noticing-
to attention. The knights are pretty much just waiting for command.
Also, I just real quick, I want to remind Abby the reason why we're dead is because we were witnesses to the murder of the Secretary of State. So we can't really exist anymore.
Can I use luck to try to
All our steeds just
Freak his
choo
bean.
choo.
I don't know what I'm supposed to. Can I look
You
at
know
my?
what? No, hold on.
What the fuck did you say? Roll luck to freak his bean, yo.
I could use luck or
Do it.
stealth.
Do it.
No,
Roll-
I feel this would be like an intimidation, maybe.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah.
Do you want to
But all I
intimidate
got is
him?
Luck, so
Just a
I'll
vibe
use-
check him?
Do you want to vibe check him?
Does she get?
Okay, I would do
disadvantage
that,
'cause
but
I'm
I
not
don't have
fucking
that.
horse?
I only have luck, so
you
I'm
can
gonna.
you
use
can
luck.
still do it.
Yeah, but luck, I have a D6.
Okay, try it.
What are you trying to do? What is the
I'm
attempt?
Vibe check him.
I just want. Do you think I should give myself like an accent, like what?
You already have one.
Hold up.
Like
Disguise
a
herself.
different accent.
No, please. I want to hear Mary doing an accent.
She tries to like flip her hair.
Do it,
different
please,
way.
please.
What am I rolling?
Roll
What
the
am I
goddamn
rolling?
dice already.
Luck.
How is this luck?
Just do it, please.
Okay. That's a that's a 17 plus a 6.
Oh, I have persuasion. How about you do well? It's
Same
still,
roll.
it's
Same
still
roll.
a D6, but
17 plus 6.
Please do the impression of Mary doing an impression.
Mary tries to like swish her hair back and make herself look a little bit less slaughterhousey.
And what does she say?
Oh, I don't even know what she would say.
Mary, and then like whatever is a
Mary.
third step beyond that.
Mary, we could bring our people out to you, and then we could,
I'm gonna. All right.
and then
Alright.
you could bring us into your ship.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's not.
I got an 18.
No, like they're saying, like that's not.
Sudden demeanor shift here. Sudden demeanor
I
shift.
got an 18, bitch.
Actually, no, you got a.
She got like a 23.
Oh,
20
yeah,
something.
come
Yeah.
on.
Are
now.
we getting suddenly honest with ourselves here? Is there something
To
that we have
be
to
fair,
hide?
she has not spoken yet.
Oh, she really hasn't.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
I
is
thought she
my
was talking to us.
No, no,
this
this
is
is like
my
the first time.
natural tone.
When is she gonna be speaking to me? Then I can hear her.
Yeah,
all
you're
the
hearing
way
her
as a
now.
character.
This is the first time you've heard.
We have an injured man.
Oh, have I not heard Mary speak at all yet?
No.
Not yet.
Either? Oh.
Which
Okay,
means you're gonna have to keep this shit up.
We have an injured man. And We haven't eaten food in 2 days.
I'm gonna quick shut off my mic and start fucking dying.
It starts vibrating.
You're just like shaking. You see Zealous sitting beside him, just motherfuckers.
Regalia just like slowly turns to Mary, no expression, like.
That's all I got, dude.
That's all I got.
This is all I got.
Alright. If you wouldn't mind giving us all your weapons here, facing towards the front, if this is an ambush, things will not end well. If it is not, then our hostilities may be
We
forgiven,
have no
and we can give you
intention.
Ahead,
amenities as we follow.
Zealous rides out and starts, the infantry forms into position.
We need to check ears and we need to check identification as well. In case any of you happen to be exiled from the Empire here, we would like to know.
Damn, we gotta start cutting people's ears off. Shit.
Okay, that was not loud.
That was not it.
Contact! One of the banner holders from the back.
Damn, that was fast.
Hold up, you see that they are connected to a transceiver.
Update.
Regalia's like, Layla, for the love of God, please.
He patches you through
Please.
to there's a second of just ground. This is Self to ground. Falcon 550 to ground. Respond.
Responded?
Oh, well, finally. We're encountering several air frequencies heading towards your position. Northbound, southwards.
Identification?
None.
Alright, good to know.
Circling back around. If you don't find cover, it's going to be a slaughterhouse. You need to find the closest thing to high terrain you can.
Alright, looks like we're forced our hand here. Where's your camp at?
Points. Like,
It's just
there
like
on
the
the
side of the
fucking
mountain. Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, take us to it.
Hey! And the infantry begins a solid fast march.
This is gonna be a fun jog.
Did
for
I?
you
I
guys.
didn't hear that, right?
No, I'm speaking out to you guys right
No,
now.
no, the intercom conversation.
You
Okay.
do see the knights have immediately went into phalanx, guarding sides and the back, and the infantry was weapons ready.
As we're fucking hiking up the mountain, Regalia to Mary. Hey, keep your gun arm ready. If we run into those zombies, I don't want to get caught in the crossfire.
Zombies. Why would the zombies come over here?
I don't know. They were wearing Imperial garb and Freelander garb, so they could attack either side.
Noted.
What were you guys doing here? It's some merchant ship crossing over from the Midland colonies into the Southland colonies.
Pretty much.
There should have been a system. Why did the Midland colonies not issue anything for you guys as to whatever's happening? Because there's a full-scale war going on.
As running, turning back, trying to maintain eye contact while also
With a guy on a horse?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm running
Was there-
alongside.
Was the war announced yet?
Not publicly.
Not public.
Oh, I thought it was.
No. This is the day of.
Oh.
It's not even started yet, really.
I wouldn't have said shit then. Oh,
Well, to be fair, you could have assumed that the Freelanders knew they were going to war,
yeah.
but you hear again just air to back, south to back.
Hear you.
Several bogies inland. We're reading fast speeds. I'm sending Apollo formation to intercept.
Good to know.
You hear in the distance a sound that's very familiar. You hear several droning engines grow near. You look up, you can see a formation of Pegasus drop from the clouds on your half. You would
on my half?
Yeah,
For
you would-
my half.
you would
Yeah.
recognize
On
this
your
is-
behalf, yes.
This is Apollo formation.
Alright.
How many?
Part of your air grade. Right now there are only 3 that have dropped down.
Alright, keep it moving. How far till we get there?
Zealous,
We're almost there.
Alright.
Zealous begins riding up ahead, and she takes 3 of the knights with her.
Yep. Alright, good to know. I'll hear you out. Make your case, speak to your people.
the Pegasus just shoot right over the mountain pass. And you would notice immediately they vanish.
What do you mean?
They vanish. The second they pass over the top of the mountain.
Like, I can't see them anymore, right? Because they go over the mountain.
The moment they pass through, they're gone.
Wow.
Okay, is this like they just literally just vanish in midair?
Like,
Have you ever seen WandaVision?
Was I supposed to see them?
No.
But I didn't.
Like they're traveling through the air. They hit a point and you can't see them anymore. Like they turn invisible, basically. Just
Okay.
Audio too?
yeah.
Or can we?
You actually
still
hear the
them?
engines cut out and immediately you hear you actually can see you can see Seraph turning around to face the mountains. Just Beck, what the fuck just happened down there?
There's nothing happening down here. All I know is I lost visual contact with Apollo past the mountain ridge.
We lost Apollo 7, 2, and 5 immediately. There is no contact. They're dead in the air.
Something's at the mountain ridge.
We're pulling around to form it.
I don't know what's going on there, but you should probably let the main battalion know.
All essentials cleared. We're taking off. Now, we're pulling out.
Okay, that means basically we're turning around and we're leaving?
Yeah, it's the second you get everything done here, we're leaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, this needs to happen quick. If you guys can run faster, I'd like to see it.
And do! And the entire infantry formation just breaks into like a sprint.
Regalia with Mary on her back, like, come on.
Run you dry, man.
To be fair, I mean she's pretty athletic, but also like
150 pounds gotta hurt.
Runners
Actually, no, she's like
cramp.
90.
She's 90 pounds? I
Yeah.
thought she had like
Mary is very light,
yeah,
but
she
she
does
also
have an
is
arm-
like
a robot arm,
30% metal.
Yeah. So, you actually,
20?
immediately afterwards, you see in the distance Apollo appear out of thin air and shoot forward.
All three?
Yeah.
Update. Is that... Would I be able to divide 2,
Yeah.
7? Okay. Would I
Yeah,
be
you
able-
actually like they bank. You can see
It looks like I've resumed visual contact with
the
the
back
Apollo.
of the board. They just appeared out of nowhere.
There's some sort of screen going on. At
You
the
see
mountain ridge.
behind them, another ship breaks loose, and you know this one isn't a part of. Apollo has specifically painted gradations on the wings to identify them. You see, this is a non-registered vehicle.
Is it a Pegasus?
Yes,
Hmm.
shooting out behind them.
Alright, look, you already know that Apollo's in combat right now. We're gonna make
We'll
this
get
real
the,
quick and snappy.
I'm telling Apollo to break off. Find cover. I'm going to see what I can do about this pest.
Good to know.
You see, the Falcon is now bearing down directly towards your position as Apollo breaks off and up into the clouds.
Have we made it to the cave yet?
Yeah, you're pretty much there.
Before we
Did
get to
any
the
of
ridge
his
here, y'all
squadron
three,
reach
you-
there?
Yeah,
first?
Zealous is there with her 3 knights.
Yeah, how'd that like we arrive on that scene?
I'm
How is
looking
that
at
gone?
this. Does this look at all like it's been an entrenchment for 2 days? Do I
It
get
looks
to
like
see,
a
Do I get to
campsite.
see that? Okay, cool. It's like over the intercom. I'm like, okay, cool.
Layla's
None of-
missing.
That makes sense, and honestly, it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
All right. We're not walking in here without really necessarily knowing. We're gonna let them talk to their
Zealous,
people.
like we're saying, and then just like a thumbs up.
Cool. We're gonna basically surround this camp and see what's going on.
High above you, you can see sort of above the cloud line. There's dogfighting going on.
Would it be an easy assumption to assume that the fighter that's attacking Apollo is the fighter that?
You can recognize it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the fighter that shot down.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't shoot us down, but they attacked us. Yeah.
All identified peoples inside this camp right now, make yourselves known. We are Imperial soldiers and we're here to possibly render aid.
Yeah. Miss Zion approaches from the outcropping and just like raises a hand. And one more inside.
Did you guys say they were wounded?
Yes, inside.
What about
I'm
Ryan?
gonna go over mine.
That would be 2.
Ride's with you.
And
Oh, I
you're
thought Layla
and
was with
Lucretia.
us.
Lucretia is also missing.
Oh no!